What I spoke about was voluntary living, the path to victory, because I've been aware of some of the problems on the planet for the last 8 years, maybe 10 years. And then ultimately, as leaders, we ask, what's the solution? And so I was a big Ron Paul guy in 2012, and then I saw what they did to him in the election. And so many of you guys know that elections aren't the way to change the world. And so I believe that transcending the idea that anybody has the right to rule you or rule me, this includes the city, county, state, and federal governments, I think that's what we got to do. It's not about left and right. It's about consent versus coercion. And that was a big one for me because the government school system is all based on coercion, coercive attendance policies and coercive curriculum, which ruins the learning process. So once I discovered this idea of voluntarism, I call voluntary living, or for simple terms, voluntary relationships. I got really excited because it liberated me. I learned about the principle of self-ownership, and from self-ownership is the foundation of all freedom, because that has to do with property rights. So that's what I shared, and you had a great talk as well, Dan. Thank you very much. It was packed full of 5 days of amazing speakers focusing on solutions. We got the problems. And one of the quotes that I said is that any fool can bring up a problem, but it's going to take a champion and a visionary to bring a solution. And that's you, and that's me, and that's Dan, and that's everybody that's watching this right now, is we got to take personal responsibility for what's going on and understand there is objective morality. And that is your moral code. What is that? Do no harm, or specifically, do not initiate harm against peaceful people or their property, and uphold your contracts. Basically, be a good person. So it's really simple, but politicians don't have extra rights or privileges. You are the supreme owner of your body, of your mind, and it's time to start practicing that. I call it voluntary living, and I hope you look into it.
This is a solutions event. This is what's happening.
After 5 successful events in North America, the Freedom Cell Network is partnering with Free Humanity to bring the People's Reset to Bath, UK.
The technocrats at the United Nations and the World Economic Forum are now hosting the Summit of the Future in New York City in September 2024.
Join us in September for the People's Reset UK, our summit for our future.
Over 3 days, we will gather in community, celebrating our victories and successes, whilst continuing to highlight solutions under 5 holistic themes.
Liberate your mind, body, and spirit.
Permaculture and food independence.
Building parallel networks.
Empowering technology.
And building free and conscious communities. 24 top-notch speakers, including Neil Oliver, Charles Dowding, Dan Aston Gregory, Nigel Howlett, John and Rebecca Bush, and many more.
We'll also be hosting the People's Reset concert featuring international artist Dub FX, as well as Presence, 33, and more talented performers to come. Join us for the People's Reset UK. Visit thegreaterreset.org to learn more and to get your ticket today.